We're only going to look at one family. Today we are looking at igneous rocks. Magma is rock that is liquid. It's liquid, it's melted, turned into liquid. And it is inside the earth, below. Lava. Lava is just magma that's at the surface. The surface is the top. Magma, lava. Magma under, lava above. They are both melted rock, liquid rock. Now, not all lava is the same. Some lava has a lot more gas in it. Igneous are when we have magma, liquid rock, and it gets cold, it cools, and it becomes solid. Igneous is when liquid rock turns into solid rock. Solid. Texture. You might have heard some of these words before. Texture is smooth. The phone is smooth. Or it could be rough, bumpy, rough, not smooth. Those are textures. And it's all about the size, how big the minerals are in the rock. You can see this one has big minerals, big crystals. And so we think of it as being rough texture. This one has small crystals, small minerals. It's mostly smooth. And this one has no crystals. It's very smooth and shiny. Coarse. When we say coarse grained, grains are the pieces. So coarse means big. Coarse, big, large. Big crystals. I can see black minerals, white minerals mixed together. To get big crystals, the magma has to cool really slow. It takes a long time for those crystals to grow big. So coarse rocks always cool slow. And we could say, where do they cool slow? Inside, underground. It's still hot down there. So they have time to grow those big crystals. They need time, space and time. The fancy word for inside the earth, cooling slow, is intrusive. Intrusive. Fine-grained. With fine-grained, it's the opposite. Big, small. Fast, slow. Inside the earth, outside the earth. So instead of large crystals, we have small crystals. Instead of cooling slow, these cool fast. They're going from very hot to very cold. And they occur outside of the earth, the surface, lava. Instead of intrusive, we call this extrusive. X. In, X. The shiny ones are called glassy. Glassy because they shine like glass. They have no crystals. They do have minerals, but the minerals are so small we don't see the crystals. And that's because they did not have time. They cool very fast. The lava goes into the air, liquid, and before it hits the ground, less than a second, it turns solid. They cool that fast. They are also extrusive outside the earth, the surface, but they cool in the air. Now, there are a couple that are not shiny. Instead, they have holes. They have holes in them. And the fancy science word is porous. Porous. You have pores in your skin. These rocks have holes. They have pores. So it's still glassy because it cools really fast. The holes are from gas. The lava goes up in the air, the gas shoots out, and the rock cools all before it hits the ground. Some of these rocks have so many holes, so much pore space, that they can float in water. This is a rock called pumice, and pumice can be very, very light or undense. Okay, our first word, magma.
Magma.
One more time, magma.
Magma.
Good. The magma is inside the earth. This word means the same, really. Intrusive.
Intrusion.
Good. Lava.
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 Extrusive.
Extrusive.
That's a hard word. I'm only hearing one person. Let's try that again. Extrusive.
Extrusion.
Thank you. Inside, outside, right? Okay, next one. Texture.
Temp.
Texture.
I don't know.
Texture. You see, texture can mean smooth or rough. Bumpy. Okay, there are 3.5 textures. The first texture is coarse. You say coarse.
Coarse.
Fine.
Fine.
Glassy.
Glassy.
And porous.
Porous.
Good. Porous means that it has holes. So remember, this cools slow, this cools fast, and this cools very fast. Liquid to solid. Slow, fast, very fast.